Welcome back to At Home with Roby. I'm Patrick McIsaac from Roby Electric with Trent Haston from the Roby family of companies, and we're still here with Reed Harkey from Harkey Tile and Stone. And Reed, you are educating us, my man, on waterfall ends, veins. I mean, it's details.
You gotta do the details if you're gonna do it right.
Hey,
Patrick.
when you hear waterfall edges,
Whoa.
when you hear waterfall edges, don't you hear the water splashing?
I do. Kind of like Reed's hair flowing through the
Oh
wind.
man, dang, young buck!
I hear you. Reed's one of the ones that has longer hair like I do. So.
I do want to tell a story.
It's my midlife crisis,
I
Patrick.
do want to tell a story. Reed and I are both third generation, and we love each other so much. Back when we first started getting to know each other, our office was over in the Midtown area, and that was right where Midtown Sundries was. And Reed's office was on the other side off of Central, kind of where it is now, the same spot where it is now, not far away. And we'd randomly call each other. It'd be like 7 o'clock at night, and be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm at work," and he'd say, "I'm at work." Say, "You got to eat dinner too, right?" So we'd meet in Midtown and
Rationalize.
we would save the world about once a month.
Then y'all would go
right.
back to work, right? I mean, that's the story
usually
I used to
after
hear.
midnight.
Yeah.
I'd go back to work and I would be there. I was the first one to work.
Reed, do you have a couch in your office also?
No, I don't, but I sure could have used one.
Come on, man. We can't tell all our secrets.
I know. Well, let's talk about the showroom. We're talking about places to go see some of this stuff. You guys have a beautiful showroom, 1822 Sunnyside Avenue. How long has the business been there since 1939? When you
Yeah,
started?
let me tell you a little bit about how that all came about.
Yeah.
My grandmother and grandfather, Jack and Merle Renfro, actually my maternal grandparents, actually started their business, which was a tile installation business, in 1939. Out of their house on Central Avenue, and that house still stands today. It's near Roseland Floral on Central Avenue, if anybody's familiar with that, but the house is still there. They eventually got up to 5 crews working out of their garage, and then my grandfather bought the property that we're on now and built the 35,000-foot building that we are still in today in 1951. So, and then he immediately got out of the installation business and became a distributor, and therefore his theory about not competing with his customers. So that was a major change then. But we've been in that same building for, since 1951. It's a good place to be. It used not to be in the greatest neighborhood, but now all of a sudden Plaza Midwood is just booming, and we love being there. But anyway, that's kind of how it all got started.
Well, no, you alluded to the area and the growth, and every time you go down Central, it's something new, and it keeps getting further and further out. I mean, the area is it's unbelievable, even around your own office, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, I think now you've got townhouses surrounding
apartments and townhouses and restaurants and bars.
Oh yeah, and it's not like these are really nice places. I mean, that area is it was bound to take off being so close to the city.
Well, you really hurt my feelings because we've been in business since 1950, and you've been in your building since 1951.
That's pretty crazy parallels.
So, I don't know.
And, of course, if you're driving down 74, you still see the Renfro.
See the old Renfro tile sign there. It had a clock on it. When I first started working in the warehouse, when I was a young buck, my grandfather told me that clock ran 5 minutes slow every 24 hours. So, son, your first and only job when you get here in the morning is to go set that clock, because he said you don't know how many people set their watches when they drive over Independence Boulevard, and we don't want them to be late to work.
That's worse than texting and driving, especially in the old Buick.
Man, what a cool is that? Come on now, that's a great story. That's so neat. I mean, I really hope that whatever happens to that area, that sign stays forever.
Well, we like to feel like it's similar to the JFG
right,
sign. It's
not
quite as well known, but.
Well, now right at the JFG sign, they got the Coca-Cola sign where the guy's up there painting the sign or something, and my kids are always like, "Look at that guy!" Yeah. And then I hit the turnbuckle.
That was some good marketing right there. I mean, I remember when they first put that thing out, I was like, "What's it gonna be?" They put a red line through, then it's got a white line. I mean, it was brilliant. I mean, I guess curiosity is always a good tool for marketing. Folks, you're listening to At Home with Roby. We are still joined by Reed Harkey from Harkey Tile and Stone. reminiscing a little bit here in the studio between Trent and Reed. Have obviously known each other for quite a while, and the businesses have been working as partners for 3 generations, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. Not too many businesses can say that they're in the 3rd generation, much less work with a customer-vendor relationship also in the 3rd generation that our grandfathers worked together.
Yeah, and Harkey lives by the same principle as Roby is. We strive, number one, under Reed and my leadership, we strive to make the process and the system perfection. We're never going to get to perfection, but we always try to get better and improve. That's our vision. But when things don't always go right, we always make it right, and we do it with speed, and we do it with a humble heart. And I think that's something Harkey, serving the Roby family and our clients, has always done for us, and it's something we try to do out in the public for our clients as well. So I sell that for y'all all the time, man.
Thank you, Trent. Yeah,
it's
same thing. We sell peace of mind. I mean, if you do enough business, things aren't always going to go the way you want them to go. And like I tell our people all the time, it's how you handle the situation that sets you apart. So at the end of the day, when the customer is done, we want them to be happy. One of the coolest things I hear sometimes is when my installers come back and say the lady of the house, the wife, she was almost in tears because she was so happy about her countertops.
That's
and
cool.
That was because of that joint compound on those slabs. she was in tears, all right. Talk a little bit about the technology in your business cutting this material today versus 25 years ago.
Yeah, that's changed a lot, Trent. I'm glad you brought that up. One of the coolest things we have bought in the last 5 or 6 years is a digital templating machine. Templating in our business is just another word for measuring the actual cabinets for the actual cutting. And the way that some of our competitors still do today and the old days was what we call stick templates. They were pieces of plywood that were cut into 2-inch strips that we literally laid over the top of the countertop and hot glued them together.
No human error in that.
There was a lot of error in that. So the digital templating machine is literally a little computer that we carry into the house with us, set it up in the middle of the kitchen. It comes on a tripod, and it has a little stylus with a pen, and we can go around and trace or touch the cabinet, and it digitally measures the cabinets for us. Very, very accurate, so we can get very nice tight fits around cabinet walls that are out of square, and our seams are very nice and tight. So that's one of the main things. The other thing is we have a water jet cutting machine. It cuts. A lot of people are familiar with a laser cutting machine. It works off a CAD program, and it cuts literally with a jet of water that is the size, the diameter of about a sewing needle. It's mixed with a little mineral called garnet to give it a little more abrasive to cut through the stone, but we can literally cut and make letters. I mean, it can cut any shape. So we cut a lot of our sinks out there. We cut anything with radius or bump outs there, and that's just and again, the combination of the digital templating with the combination of the water jet allows us to cut countertops out of square. We can follow a bowed wall and cut to that. So it's really been amazing, some of the advances in our industry.
You don't have to do bowed walls on our projects, do you?
No, of course not.
Okay,
not,
I was just
not
making
in
sure.
at my house.
Well, don't worry, we're blaming the framer. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, we tell people all the time, the best builders in the world, we still very rarely see square walls and level cabinets. It's just part of the business.
It's wood, right? It's natural products.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's gonna move too.
The same thing with stone. You're never gonna don't buy stone for your countertops if you don't like some pizzazz and some veining differentiation.
Natural material,
That's
God
it.
made, not man made.
God made. There you go. So, man, he did good on the stone world.
He did. He did.
The last I heard, over 5,000 natural stones known to man, and they're discovering more every day.
5,000.
Goodness gracious.
Well, Reed, thanks for joining us. Can you give us a little, how can people get in touch with you? Give you a little advertising one more time?
Yeah, thank you, Trent. Again, our website is harkeytileandstone.com. Our phone number is 704-334-0512. And my cell number is 704-258-8280. Call me anytime.
I just wet my pants listening to that. All right.
We'll be right back.